Hi, everyone. I'm Fiona Forbes for InvestmentPitch Media, and joining me today is Evan Gappelberg. He is founder and CEO of Nextech Solutions. How are you today, Evan?
I'm great. Nice to see you.
Nice to see you too. Now, before we get to the exciting news that you just released, tell us a little bit about Nextech, who you are and what you do.
Sure. So we're pioneers in the 3D modeling space. We started 4 years ago creating 3D models using photogrammetry. We've made 10 acquisitions over that 4-year span, 2 of them being quite transformative. One of them was a company called 3D AI, the other one ARway, which we're going to talk about today. 3D AI has some deep machine learning and artificial intelligence technology that we're now leveraging to create 3D models at scale for e-commerce, which is the primary focus, which has been the primary focus of our business over the last 4 years. So it's a very exciting time, a lot of demand for 3D models in the world of e-commerce.
Now, last time you were on, you were talking about your deal with Amazon. How is it going in the world of 3D models in e-com?
I would say that currently there's an enormous amount of demand from the largest players in the world of e-commerce. Amazon has essentially an insatiable demand for 3D models. I mean, they have to make hundreds of millions of SKUs. There's this, shift that's going on where everything that's 2D product images have been the standard, is now going 3D. And so you just have this huge shift, a pivot from 2D to 3D. And it's not just Amazon. It's Amazon, as you mentioned, is a customer, but Kohl's is another major customer. And we're talking essentially to all the major big box retailers, and they're all saying the same thing. How fast and how many 3D models can you make?
Amazing stuff. Now let's get to the exciting news that you've just released. Tell us about your advancements with ARway, with wayfinding and navigation in event space. How is that all going and how does it work?
So ARway was another transformative acquisition that we made in the summer of 2021. And we've been incubating and developing that technology. It's basically a spatial computing platform, which really is the next generation of computing. Instead of having a computer in front of you, you're going to be living inside of a computer.
Yeah.
Yes.
My max headroom. I already feel like it.
That is coming. You've seen a glimpse of it with VR. But this is going to manifest itself with the computer glasses, which everybody will be wearing in time. It still works today with everyone's phone. So there's billions of installed devices today that ARway, our spatial computing platform, will work. But for it to fully manifest itself, the glasses need to come out. But ARway is a spatial computing platform where the base use case is wayfinding, indoor wayfinding. It's what today you use Google for, going from point A to point B with your car. But when you get to, the indoor space, it doesn't work very well.
Not at all, but take us there. Take us there and talk about wayfinding, this navigation in a space. Say it's a big conference and I'm the person who has no sense of direction when I look at that map at the front door. How is this going to change that experience for me?
Yeah, so you would just take out your phone, type in your booth number or company name that you want to go to, and you will see arrows that will start to direct you as an overlay on top of the floor in front of you. It's using augmented reality, and it will guide you and glide you right to the booth that you're looking for. Along the way, it gets actually super exciting for you because you will see holograms floating in the air with maybe an advertisement from a restaurant, for lunch, or an advertisement from a coffee shop for a coffee break. You could see a human hologram drop in, and talk to you about whatever product it is. And then when you get to the booth, it doesn't end there. You can have a 3D model. And remember, we make 3D models of whatever it is that they're selling. Maybe it's a tractor that they can't drive into the trade show floor, but you can see it using our 3D modeling technology and augmented reality. So there's an enormous amount of applications. It really is an exciting time for us. And what's interesting about Nextech is that we own a trade show mapping software platform. It's one of our wholly owned subsidiaries, a company called Map Dynamics. Again, this was another one of our acquisitions we've made. And what we do is we now are able to sell the 1,000 customers we already have, which includes the Florida Home Builders Association, the Apartment Association of Colorado, the Pennsylvania Apartment, a lot of associations, even KOA Campgrounds of America, which is huge. They're one of our customers that uses our mapping software. So imagine you go into a campground, and again, you have this wayfinding where you could find your way to the actual location. And then once you're there, you're able to find your way around the campground. So it works really well for trade shows. It works for airports. We're talking to a number of airports. In fact, NASA is actually testing our technology because they have massive buildings. And
so when you can't find your gate, or you can't find the baggage claim, and you can't find a person to ask, you can just look at your phone, and it's truly immersive and interactive. But tell me a little bit more about how it actually works. Is it its own app, or is it part of other apps?
So it's an SDK, which means it'll be embedded in other people's apps. They pay us a licensing fee. It's a software as a service platform. So we get paid a monthly recurring revenue, and they're using our technology seamlessly. It's frictionless, and it lives inside their app. So if you're an airport or even an airline, you would have our technology embedded in your app so people can use it. If you're a campus, same thing. If you're a museum, that's kind of my favorite use case. You go into the Louvre in Paris or the Met in New York. These are massive buildings. And I always walk away disappointed because I feel like I missed something, right? And I don't want to wear those clunky headsets that they rent you. And so with our technology, you would walk in, you'd have the museum app, the Met Museum, the Louvre Museum, not our app. It would be embedded in their app. And then you would just, hey, I want to check out Picasso. And it would literally wayfind you to Picasso. But the best part is that all those audios that live on those clunky devices will then live in the app. And like magic, when you get 10 feet or 15 feet from the actual painting or piece of sculpture that you're looking at, the audio will automatically go off.
Interesting stuff. But here's the big question for you. Can it find my baggage at Heathrow? Probably not, right? But really exciting news, Evan. Thank you so much for sharing it with us today. Any final words before we sign off here?
I would just say that, it's a super exciting time for a company like Nextech. Again, we've been working 4 years to get to this point with 3D modeling. Landing Amazon was really a transformative deal for us. And now that we have wayfinding for events, again, we're transforming trade shows and events. And so we're just doing a lot of fun things, and it's just an exciting time.
Very exciting time. Thank you so much for joining us today, Evan. If you want to find out more about Nextech, all the information is on the screen for you right now. Thanks again.